What is up, my fellow adventurers? We're up here this weekend doing a little route in beautiful Haliburton water trails. We picked a nice little point-to-point with a lot of area that we haven't covered before, so I'm excited to see some new sights. We just finished dropping Castle's car off at the Wren Lake access point, and we're up here at the Herb Lake access point. Shouldn't take us too long to get point-to-point, but if we're a little bit lazy, we'll do it in a couple days. We have a couple friends meeting us tomorrow morning. Haven't seen them in a little while. Luke's been on the channel a little bit, but not this year at least. We're going to finish up the trip with an area I have passed through before, just past Wren Lake. Beautiful area. It's probably like my favorite spot in all of the water trails, so I wanted to take them down there and show them the sights because nobody but me has passed through there. It's full of beautiful waterfalls and stuff like that. Castle wants to run it. I don't think she should do it. Are you gonna run it? Yeah. She's crazy. She's crazy. So there's no lack of stuff to see. Anyways, let's get on the water and have some fun. As with most places, especially the water trails, it starts off with some cottages. Just expect that. There's always cottages. Nice little lake so far. Kind of reminds me of 3 Mile Lake. Long, narrow, small little lake. Come on. Nice, beautiful paddling weather. Passing by the first site. Looks like a nice little site. We picked a site near the end of the lake though, because it wasn't going to be a far paddle in, and we kind of needed something to do. Well, we found our site for the night. Looks decent. Well used, but decent. Just gotta find some parking. Still loving this little mech spark tent. For a lightweight tent that's fairly affordable, it's pretty decent. The only problem we've had is that the screen let go in the one corner, but it was a simple fix, just a little bit of thread. Apparently we didn't dry our tent out after the last trip. Rookie mistake.
No, it's not the tent, it's the ground.
Never mind, it's the ground. Rookie mistake. Although the ground didn't seem wet, but this entire site is sopping. Getting soakers just walking around the site. Not ideal, but it looked good in the pictures. We've been trying out a new sleep setup that's been working like a charm for us. I've had a nice quilt for a couple years now, and I love it. So I bought Castle the same quilt, and they clip together. Who would have known? Actually, we planned it like that, or I planned it like that because it was a birthday present for her. So what we do is we have our separate sleeping pads. Hers is orange, mine's green, and we throw just a lightweight summer bag underneath them that we can both sleep in individually, and then we put the quilts over top of both of us and attach them. And it's been a great setup. We did -8 like a month ago or so on a trip, and God, I don't know if I've ever been that toasty getting in temperatures that low. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. Even like a good blanket would do the trick, just to throw over you and combine the sleeping situation. It just lets you have your own space, but also share your own warmth, or share the warmth with your partner. It's great. Can't recommend it enough. And then I know I've mentioned this in previous videos, but we usually use our clothes bags and just stuff our down jackets into them if we're not using our down jackets for the night, or just fill them with the comfiest clothes we have at least. Too hard to close, and it's a pretty stiff pillow, but the down puffy jackets are just top notch. It's like a feather pillow at home. Can't beat it.
Alright, we're starting a Castle's Camp Kitchen edition of Wren Roots. I have a lovely camera assistant holding my light. So I'm just starting to boil some lake water. I like to boil it for over a minute. We're a pretty rolling boil, so we've got a little ways to go. And we'll come back with the food later. Alright, we've been boiling about a minute. So I typically just turn the temperature down a little bit. Just a little. Alright, nothing new today. We're just going with the sidekicks. Pasta. Creamy chicken pasta. Ryan's favorite. These are great because you can at least burn up the packaging when you're all done. Unlike plastic, which we have to take with us. And that. You're too helpful. Let's always give it a good stir just to make sure that the pasta doesn't stick to the bottom, because then it burns on there and it's really hard to clean with your fingers in the lake water. And being that it's May, it's cold. And then this is just some dehydrated chicken and vegetables that we did up. And I actually might be gonna overflow here, so we'll see. We are pushing the limit of the pot. Castle's Camping Chaotic Kitchen might be a more apt name. Just a second. Nona, excuse me. Dump out some water. There you go, Nona. You get some chicken flavored water. Yum. Oh, is it good? Yummy. It's hot. Be careful. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes of kind of cooking it on low heat. And at this point, I just kind of take it off the heat, turn off the stove, save some fuel, and I just let the hot water do the rest of its job. So we will see you in 10 minutes. All right, so it's been 10 minutes. It's fully rehydrated, and it's delicious. Here. Mmm. All right, happy eating.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. I love when the fog's rolling off the lake. It's my favorite thing. Nona was bugging to get out of the tent this morning, and that's how I realized that the fog was kind of rolling off the lake. And I'm like, I gotta get up and see this. Just love it. Bam. Beautiful. Oh, it's the breakfast of champions out here. A little bit of oatmeal and then some dried apple chips that we dehydrate ourselves. Just throw a huge handful of those in. I also like to put bacon bits in my oatmeal, which I know is kind of weird, but it's actually great and a good boost of protein in the morning. Nothing better than some maple oatmeal and some bacon bits. Trust me, try it. And then for years, I've just been doing the pour over coffee method. Simple little filter, throw your coffee in there, put it on your cup. Mine's a cheap Nalgene, actually cut in half, and it works great. It's been my camping cup for years. Accidentally melted a little spout into it. I don't know if you can see that, but it works great for when you do need to do a little measuring and a simple pour. And the oatmeal works great for not burning your hand, because the pot is hot. Still waiting for my friends to arrive. It's a beautiful morning to chill on the campsite. Oh, nice and calm, just a touch of breeze. Not super warm. Still wearing the puffy, but it's supposed to be up to 18 today, so should be a good day for paddling. But I didn't really look at what the wind's going to be like, so hopefully it stays this calm all day. That'd be beautiful. I think I see him. Bye, sight. Welcome to Ernest Lake. Don't really know how this is its own lake. Apparently it is. It's just a little swift separating the two. Definitely one of the tiniest lakes I've ever been in. Pretty. You see it? Over there. Sounded kind of interesting from a distance, but don't think we're running that. A little bit of a steep drop. Portage. This was not a fun put-in. Oh. Oh my God. Okay. Welcome to Gun Lake. Pow! Bernie Falls was a neat spot. I'd go back there. Definitely not the coolest falls I've ever seen in the backcountry, but beautiful. Kind of hard to get a good look at until you're back in the boat on the water, though. Definitely worth checking out. What do I think of Gun Lake so far? Great spot to get mugged. Oh, seriously. Seems like a wicked lake. Once the foliage comes in, I'm sure it's beautiful. Sights are epic. And it's small enough that probably wind isn't a problem. Nice lake. Beaver's been busy.
I probably will be back at that first hotel if I can't.
Having your image in a YouTube video?
Not at all.
Perfect.
I was watching some of your YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
Yeah, Ryan does such a good job with them.
Raven's a pretty nice lake. A little cottagey, but at least it's not completely covered in cottages. Would probably be a really interesting lake if it wasn't cottagey. There are sections with places to camp, but yeah, you're kind of stuck in little bays and that. Although I will say the one site going towards Plastic was a really interesting site, and we stayed there last year on a trip, which I showed on the channel. And you can hike up Raven's Rock, which is an amazing lookout for the sunset. Check it out. Coming up on the dam into Wren Lake. It's a pretty big dam. Super cool. God, it feels good to be back in the water. Where I belong. unmanned barge.
There's a question for you.
Yeah, there's a poke on that. Prepare to be pooped on. Bigger than I've ever seen it. What a cool spot. Always love passing through here. Like I said at the start, one of my favorite areas of the water trails. So many cool little waterfalls, rapids. There's a toilet in the bush. A bush toilet. Well, set up camp and we're just gonna do a little paddle over to the next portage down to Black Lake because the falls there is epic. Definitely worth checking out. Castle wants to run it. I don't think she should do it. Are you gonna run it?
Yeah.
She's crazy. She's crazy. Got my first black fly bite of the season on site. Oh, hopefully they can hold off until we're out of here tomorrow at least. That was a warm sleep last night. I think we're getting really lucky with the weather lately. It's been awesome. Oh, let's make some breakfast. We're starting to work our way out now from our campsite down on Lower Marsh. We got to do a bit of backtracking to get back up to Castle's car where we left it just above Wren Lake. But it was worth it. That waterfalls on the way down to Black Lake is just gorgeous, and I never miss an opportunity to check that spot out because it's one of the best backcountry waterfalls I've ever seen. Definitely top 4. Right below Slide Rock Falls, probably. Which is an awesome spot. If you ever get the chance to check that spot out, I definitely recommend it. Beaver's definitely living in luxury. He's got his own deck on the water. Those beavers. They know how to live. Say bye, Nona. She's leaving you. That's a wrap.